You are on.
Okay, hi, my name is Kelsey Curren. I did my project for Practice 3 on improved CASA programs in Illinois. The vision is to empower that each child in the state of Illinois who are victims of abuse or neglect will be guaranteed assistance, support, and a healthy environment. I did a needs assessment about this between the effectiveness of CASA and the non-effective. The effectiveness includes 8 months in care, adoption opportunities. Children are less likely to re-enter foster care after leaving. They spend less time in foster care, have less placements, and receive more services. And they tend to improve in school performance, and they have many protective factors. The non-effectiveness is lack of CASA data, statistics, lack of support from the government. There are only a few volunteers and very few people being involved with CASA. And there is some age limitation. Children over 18 are not eligible for assistance. The foster care homes are overcrowded. There are lack of parental involvement, substance abuse, less involvement in the community, and few programs to help abused and neglected children. There's many waiting lists and the economy and poverty. And I have witnessed this when I was volunteering at CASA programs, and I had seen just all of that from the information that they provided me to see while I was volunteering there. There was many children on the waiting list, and there was the good thing about it overall is that children spend 8 months in care, and there has been some families that were reunited with their children. My strategic plan was based upon a 5-year. The first goal was to create and update functional policies enabling successful managing of St. Clair CASA resources, and by that I would create policy regarding the mission statement and key goals, create policies regarding confidentiality, company policies, and competencies for members and volunteers. Update the outdated website because the website is poor and do not have enough information for anybody that wants to go on the website to look. You have to go into the national CASA website in order to get information. And organize documents regarding child abuse and neglect cases alphabetically. The deadline for this is January 4th, 2015, and this is for the director. And goal 2, establish and sustain a stable funding for parents in class and for the agency itself. By this would promote and funding programs and services which invest in and demonstrate collaborative relationships at the local, regional, and state level. And also we will invite local, regional level agencies and people to the annual dinner and fundraisers. And at CASA, the one at St. Clair, they do this once a year, and this is to make people aware of the problems of CASA and stuff. And dinner is on them, so they just looking out for more people to fund for their programs and stuff. And this is the deadline for this is June 4th, 2015, and this is done by the executive staff. And goal 3, children are safely maintained in their homes whenever possible and appropriate. This will provide services to the family to protect their children in home and prevent removal. This provides a stable and permanent relationship between children and caregivers. And like I said before, reunification, guardianship, or permanency placements with relatives. So if a child do not go back to their original parents, CASA will try to keep the child within family members or close family members. So the child may go to their grandma, their auntie, or someone that they are close with. And the deadline for this is January 4th, 2016, and this is supposed to will be done by staff members, employees, and volunteers. And goal 3, collaborate with other agencies and organizations for open space resources and plan for the future needs of abuse and neglected children. There will be outreach to other programs regarding child abuse and neglect. Build connections and establish other programs and agencies to a strong relationship. And the deadline for this will be May 4, 2016, by staff members, employees, and volunteers. And just outreaches to other programs would like just build more connections and make the program, including like the other program that choose like outreach to CASA stronger. And my final goal, which is goal 5, develop a new volunteer program. During this, I want to hire a volunteer manager, recruit volunteer ages 18 and up, diverse, like just all races. Provide professional certificates, so after they receive their training, they will have certificates that they can use for like future use. And food, beverages, and gifts will be offered to the volunteers for their hard work. The deadline for this is December 9th, 2018, and this is for the directors and volunteers. This is my SWOT analysis. The strengths of CASA is good leadership, knowledge of technology. It's a strong national CASA association. People are dedicated, such as the staff and volunteers, and it's a long history of groups. There's very valuable services provided, and children spend 8 months in care compared to other agencies. The weaknesses is poor consistent mission and vision, like the current mission statement that they have, it do not, like, it's just poor. It's not enough detail of what the agency is to do. It just talks about how people are supposed to advocate for the safety of using it within the child, so they do not promise that the children will be safe. Lack of significant office space, lack of organization, chart, and data, and volunteer and staff burnout, and it's a small volunteer base. The opportunities is untapped fundraisers, establishes awareness, group of the community, and develop partnerships with other agencies and programs. And the threats is cash flow, internal debt, certain programs losing funding sources, legislation could impact high child abuse, neglect rates on decline. And the CASA in St. Clair, they are like, within the next year or so, they are going to be in debt because of the program, because so many members and the people that do get paid, they really don't get their full checks because they have less funding. So they have to take out, some of them, well, the director, she told me that they take out loans in order to help like pay for like bills and stuff. And she really don't use the money wise. She just use it like, because if they have a card that's funded, that's sponsored by it's by some national organization, and she don't buy what the program needs or anything. She just like spend on herself. The budget, then my expenses. Well, here go a couple of my expenses: supply materials, marketing, advertising, staff volunteer training, and travel and meetings. For each for supplies and materials. Well, it's $9,000, and I'm asking for a grant of $3,000. For marketing and advertising, it's $500. No, it's $5,500, and I'm asking for $200. No, $2,500. For staff volunteer training, it's $5,000. I'm asking for $2,500. Travel meetings is $3,000. I'm asking for a grant of only $1,000. And in my concluding statements, overall the goal is to empower that each child in the state of Illinois who are victims from abuse and neglect with guarantee assistance, support, and a healthy environment. CASA addresses child abuse and neglect in Illinois. Some recommendations on how CASA overcome this chosen issue is to recruit volunteers, provide parents in class, remove children from their homes temporarily, not permanently, expand more CASA programs, ask the government for help, link with other programs that will help abuse and neglected children, and build awareness towards the community about children suffering from abuse and neglect, and find ways for the community to be involved into the CASA program. And do anybody have any questions?
I have one question. So the goal 1 that you had up, that I had not seen that before. Is that something new that you created over the
Yeah.
last week or two? It's a very strong goal. It's a good goal. It's focused on the
Yeah, I had, because I took out one of my goals and I thought it was important
Okay.
because the policies and stuff are like outdated in CASA.
Right.
And it's not in like well detailed or anything, and I just feel like that they should just update the policies and stuff for the staff members and for the volunteers and just the program for it to improve. So that's a big step.
Very good. Thank you.